Okay, so Steadicam for my DSLR right there. Let's rip this open and get started. We have a DVD. This I'm going to presume is showing you how to balance the camera. We have some little instruction pamphlet, user manual thing. Not much in here. We've got the stats. The minimum on this is 39 centimeters, 15 inches, and the maximum is 61 centimeters or 24 inches. So decent size. Let's see, max load is 3 kilos. That'll be fine for the camera. Obviously you wouldn't use a rig on top of this. Although you probably use a small flash, what they call them, rail, is it, or whatever. Showing you how to adjust the bits and bobs on this Steadicam. Assembly instructions, here we go. You can pause that if you want to have a better look. Let's just pull it out and have a look. This comes with a carry case. That's good, nice there. We'll take a look at that in a sec. Let's just pull this out. Oh, nice bit of weight to it. All the weights there are already screwed in, so you may not need them all, depending on what camera you're going to use on this. And we're all wrapped up in cellophane here. I have to unwrap this. All right, got that off. So it's nice and loose now. So I hold this up. Stays level, obviously, because the weights are on it. Nothing's on top. Feels nice. It's nice and smooth and fluid. Can't focus on this though. Quite heavy. Wouldn't want to be holding this too long. Not with one hand anyway. I think with a vest would be the best way to use these. And it does have the hole at the bottom here, so you can buy pretty much any vest and use that with it. Carbon fiber on the pole here. Okay, so I'm looking at the instructions on this. Obviously it's kind of Chinglish. For example, step 3 says left and right screw can adjust camera left or right tilt phenomenon. The same as before and back, whatever that means. So this, I'm going to put the camera on top, and we've got 2 size screws here, depending on which you need. We've got the 1/4 inch and the 3/8 of an inch. So I'm going to need the 3/8. So I'm going to take this one off and screw my camera onto this and put it back on, and then we'll try balancing it. So this does have a quick release plate. You just unscrew that and it should lift off. There you go, nice and easy. This I think is an adjuster. We'll have a look at that in a sec. Right, so the camera's on. That was easy enough. I've been playing around with these weights, trying to balance it, and it's not as easy as I thought it might be. So I have extended it out. Don't have to do that. So I mean, it's swaying now. It's not supposed to sway, and if you move it back and forth, you see the bottom is kind of staying there, but the bottom should be following you as well, at the exact same rate as the top is, whereas mine's kind of like swaying. It's hard to see on the camera, but it is. So there's got different weights. So we've got the small weights. Two of these weigh the same as one of these. We've got 2 of these big ones and 4 of these small ones. I got 2 on there. I've taken the screw off for now. Won't need that. What I like about is these nuts are all metal. Everything's metal, which is good. What I don't like about these nuts is there's 3, whatever these things are called, sticky outy things. I'd prefer only 2 because then you could grab it easily and turn, but as with 3 you can't really grab it easy. So when it's tight, it's hard to undo. It hurts your fingers. It's much easier if it was just 2 wing nut, is that what they call them? It'd be much easier rather than a 3. So anyway, apart from that, it seems well built and sturdy. YELANGU. So I'm going to keep trying. I've put the DVD in my PlayStation 4 to watch how to adjust it, and the disc isn't that good. The PS4 wouldn't play it at first, but eventually got it going. So we'll take a little look at that. We'll take a little look at that. Okay, so here's the tilt test. See there, it's leaning, so she's going to adjust it. That knob there adjusts it left and right, whereas the side knob obviously forward and back. So here's the test. I never quite understood this. It says 3 seconds. I don't get what I'm actually counting there. It's doing a full circle. Is it 3 seconds for a full circle? I don't know. So here you can see the way she moves it. There's no swaying at all. It all looks perfectly fixed in place. That's what you're trying to achieve, but I can't seem to achieve it. And there's so many combinations of the amount of weight, so the position of the weights and the length of the bar, the position of the camera, that it's going to take a while to do, I think. So I'll crack on. Alright, so I couldn't really get it to balance with a 35mm lens on it, no matter how hard I tried. But I've switched it now for the 24mm cine lens, which is, at the end of the day, is what I'm going to be using to film anything, really, anyway, because it's a cine lens. So I thought it made sense, and now I seem to have balanced it okay using just the 2 big ones. Wait, all the 4 small ones are over there. And closing this up as much as I could. Now this, what you can probably see, now it's more like it was on the video. In the camera it looks like it's swaying, but it's not. It's because I got a wide angle lens. It's actually staying perfectly level, believe it or not. See, there's no swaying. When I stop, it stops. Whereas before, it would be rocking like this. Well, you can see there as well that it's balanced because of the slow motion swing to it. If I rock it with my finger like that, you can see how balanced that is. Looks like it's got moon gravity, and that's what you're looking for. If I can do a full swing with one hand, I don't think I can. But that's what you're kind of looking for, is that slow motion swinging. Alright, I've put the camera down now so you can see this a bit better. Let me start it off there and then give it a little push. And it goes round and round, nice and slow, 2 to 3 seconds as it says. So if I put it there and let go, 1, 2, 3. So I think that's pretty much what you're looking for. Of course, I'm not an expert, but that seems to be lovely balance there. It doesn't seem to be any more weight at one end to the other. It's just perfectly, just rotating around like a gyroscope. And I'm guessing that's what we're looking for. So I'm going to do some test shots with this now and see what kind of images it produces. Okay, so I took the lens cap off and I realized that that actually messed up my balance. It's only a little plastic lens cap, but it is, I mean, it made a difference. It is a 72mm diameter lens cap, so it's pretty big, and that threw it off balance. I didn't think about that at all when I weighed it up earlier on. I didn't think about the lens cap coming off, so take that into account because it will throw the balance a little bit. There's a bit of a sway to it still. Definitely looks smoother than when I was doing it handheld. I'll show you the handheld in a minute. It's gonna take some practice, I think, though. I think there's a knack to using these things, and I don't have it yet. She's a lot of swaying going on, but practice makes perfect, as with everything. But I'm gonna keep practicing with it until I get this nailed. So just keep in mind when you're balancing it to take off the lens cap. And also another thing that I didn't account for is this particular DSLR has an articulated LCD screen, so I can unfold it and put it into position as I want it. So of course when I weighed it up, it was folded in, and when I started recording this now, I've unfolded the monitor, and of course it's thrown the balance off as well. So make sure if you've got one of those type monitors and you're going to use it, to pull it out and put it into position first as you're balancing it, because it will make a difference. So it's a bit of a pain in that respect, but you know, that's how these things go. You learn by your failures. It's the best way to learn. So make sure you put everything into position before you balance it, or as you're balancing it up.
I'll be prepared to make a lot of adjustments later. But so far, so good. I mean, it definitely shows an improvement over just handheld. So I'm going to keep hold of it, and I'm going to keep practicing with this and try and get it down. So if there's any updates that I have to mention, I will put a link in the description or something.
Before I go, I forgot, let's have a quick look at the bag. So it's like feels like a waterproof kind of canvasy kind of bag. It's pretty basic, you know. It's got a zip and that's it. So it's just one pocket. There's no. I was hoping there'd be like a little pocket to put weights that you're not using, like those. I could put them in it, but it doesn't seem to have any. So it's just the one main pocket. I can see some threads. I don't know if you can see them coming away there. I can see more on the bottom. What that? Hopefully that doesn't mean it's a bad stitching job. So there you go. That's it. There's nothing much more to say about that. Alright, so I managed to get it in. It seems like it won't fit. It's a very tight fit. You have to make sure that you put the extendable part all the way down. It seems like it goes all the way down, but if you push hard, it goes a little bit more. And you have to get it right down to get it into this bag, because it's literally, it's just really tight. So there you go. This fits in okay. I've put the weights in there and the screw I'm not using. I put them in loose. We zip it up. There you go, nice little carry bag to keep it in. Is it padded? Let's have a look. There is some padding on there, on the front, not the, oh yeah, there is on the sides as well. So yes, it is padding, not that thick, but there is some padding there. So that's that. Okay, leave it there. Good. So as I said though, if I have any updates on this, I'll put a link in the description and put something on the screen perhaps to notify you to read the description. There you go. Okay, bye bye.